I am Shristee. Today I'll be speaking about behavior in general. Okay, so we have learned and listened about it many a times where people say that our character or how we are as a person is not judged by the money we have, the educational qualification we have, but by the behavior that we have. Okay, so from where does this behavior come? Okay, from where does actually the behavior that we are beholding or portraying towards others actually comes? It wouldn't come suddenly at the age of 20 or 30 or 40 somewhere, when we find people who are adults who are of this age group generally behaving in a particular way which we don't like, and then we say such stuff. So, will the behavior, the way they like good behavior or bad behavior, whatever the way they are behaving with people, come suddenly at that particular age, or it depends upon how they are being taught at a very early age? The problem which we have in our particular country, Indian educational culture, is from a very young age people or students are made to give exams, more of into they are put into like a competitive mindset. They are more into scoring good marks, so they are more into stuff where they are being pressurized or being made to focus upon like getting stuff in life, like achieving, becoming successful. They are being focused on that. The behavioral part is just made side, and always people say that they are kids, वो तो बच्चा है, बड़ा होगा तो सीख जाएगा, when they'll grow up they'll learn, now they are small kids, so let it be, it wouldn't matter now. But you know what, every time it matters whatever is being fed, whether it's spoon fed or whether it's fed like by teaching or behaving in front of them. Every time whatever is fed in front of them is what they absorb at a very young age, and whatever is being absorbed in a very young age is what they portray in their like adulthood or in their later phases of their life. So behavior is a very very important trait to be focused upon in a very early age. If a child is being neglected to be there is a chapter maybe in class 1 about good habits and manners. In the chapter they just learn for once, and then they are not taught in the families or in the maybe houses in that way. If a child just says something wrong in a wrong way, we just say, oh, it's a child's tantrum and it's fine, it's a baby, it will learn when it grows up. No, whatever happens, in a Bengali there is a line, no, ja hoy na noy ta hoy na noboy, which means whatever is to be learned at a young age, if you are not able to learn at a young age, you are not able to learn even when you become an old man or an old woman. So it's very very necessary to stress upon, focus upon the behavioral part. And if you want to make a child understand how to behave in a very rude manner, then what are they learning? They are learning rudeness. You have to explain them how to behave by behaving in that way, by explaining the stuff in that way. You want the child to be polite and mannered, you have to explain it in a polite way and in a mannered way. If you shout on the child and tell them that you need to behave well, then they are seeing that you are shouting, they are absorbing the anger, they're absorbing the rudeness, and they themselves will become rude individuals accordingly. So to make them understand how to behave, we need to explain them by behaving in that particular way with them. We might feel angry if they are shouting on us or behaving in a bad way. We might feel angry, we might want to scold them heavily, we might want to even beat them sometimes. But we are adults, no, we have to control our anger and explain them in a way that we want them to behave. If they are not listening, we can be little bit strict towards them by maybe making them understand that okay, you spoke like that with me, so I am not going to speak with you until and unless you talk with me properly, or you learn how to speak. See, am I doing this with you, so should you do this with me? So you should, when parents and teachers are not there with the students 24 cross 7, but at least they can tell them that you need to behave in this way. But especially parents or the guardians who are there with the children for a longer span of time at home, they can explain the children how to behave by themselves, being polite with them and explaining them again and again and again. Because whatever is being explained and stressed upon at a younger age goes into our subconscious, and we tend to become like that after 20 years or 30 years. We become that person. It doesn't happen in 1 day or 1 year or 2 years or something. It needs to be stressed upon again and again and again, so until the child themselves become like that. Okay, so I've been very lucky person that I have never been pressurized in my young age to score great or to become a good student. It came within me, when I myself felt like that I want to score this much, I wanted to study hard. It was me who decided it. My parents never decided upon how much I should score or the success or the competition. My parents never stressed upon them that. They always, one thing my mother told me that there will be different kind of people in the world, but you need to just understand what is good and what is bad. You need to understand that, and accordingly you need to absorb the goodness, and you need to understand what is bad and avoid the bad things, or just shouldn't absorb any kind of bad things that you see. Now, how will a child understand what is good, what is bad? I would say that is God's grace, and also I would thank my school, because I was from a missionary school. From I have studied from St. John's Diocesan Girls High School, where we were taught different lessons from the Bible every day in our morning prayers. We were there was a like 40 minutes, 45 minutes of morning prayer. We had to enter the school at 8 o'clock, so within 8:30 to 9, there was a half an hour, 40 minutes around, we had a proper prayer, where we were taught different stories from the Bible, that how things how we should behave, like sharing is caring, being polite, how God gave chances to people or forgave people. So we have been taught several lessons which actually helped me to understand what is good and what is bad. So I would thank my school especially for the main part which should be there within a child, like early 6 years or 7 years old children. They start understanding things, and accordingly the things that are taught in that particular age, from 6 years, 7 years to approximately 10, 12, 13, 15 years, that is the main base. Whatever is taught at that age will affect the rest of the life in the adulthood or in the later part of the life. So I would thank my school. I would thank my mother, who told me to understand what is good and what is bad, and overall it helped me a lot. And since now it's lockdown going on and children are not able to spend a like major part of their time in school, but they are doing online classes, so they are just focusing on the classes. Schools are not now maybe giving the lessons the way they used to give before. They are not able to interact with a greater group of people. The only people they are interacting with is either their parents or whoever is the guardian looking after them. So it's responsibility completely of the parent and the guardian to take care of the behavior of the child, to make them understand, through different stories if possible, of different life experiences which they have had or they have seen in different other people's life. These things would create an impact and would help the child to grow in the behavioral and the manners part, because when a person knows how to deal with other person, it would help them in their career, in their education, in their married life, in their other phases of life, family, friends, anything, whatever they are dealing with. If they learn how to deal with people, how to behave with people, how to be in a situation, how to control the emotional you can say outbursts like anger or fear or jealousy or anything that they are facing, how to balance them out. When they learn to do these things from a younger age, then this would be benefiting them at an adult age, because when they become adult they cannot start learning, because they have already been in a particular way for a major part of their life. So learning important things, behavioral things, or things which we feel like they would be learning when they become adults, it's not like that. It's needed to be taught at a very early age till they become adults, continuously, repeatedly, and with full patience. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye.